Hello and welcome to the Mansi Show. Thank you so much for giving so much love to our first episode, which was with Aditya Gadvi. Today, I'm beyond excited and thrilled and speechless because we have a very, very special guest. 6 National Film Awards,
ஒவ்வொரு பூக்களுமே சொல்கிறது
9 Filmfare Awards,
பாயலே சுன்முன் சுன்முன்
36 State Awards,
ये हंसी वादियाँ ये खुला आसमां आ गए हम कहाँ है मेरे साजना
Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan, 40 years in music industry, 18,000 songs and counting. Yes, you guessed it right. We have none other than Chitra ji. Hello, ma'am. Welcome to the show.
Namaste, Manasi. How are you?
I am really good, ma'am. Very excited to have you.
Nice talking to you anyway.
Thank you so much for giving us your precious time. I know we are running short of time and I have so many questions to ask you. So I'll start with my first question. Ma'am, आप तो बहुत ही बड़े legend हो and you've worked with the best of the best in industry like M.G. Radhakrishnan, Ilayaraja and if I may say so, my favorite Rahman sir. I hear that you have a very special bond with Rahman Saab. You've seen him actually grow from this little boy playing piano to winning a Grammy award. I want to know your bonding and your journey with him.
My journey to the Tamil industry started in '84. Ilayaraja sir introduced me to the Tamil industry. At that time, A.R. Rahman ji was playing for Ilayaraja sir. He was such a small boy, small kid, I have to say. He was so small, and when I've seen him during the lunch time. I've seen him with both his hands in the pocket. He'll walk to his car and he'll go home for lunch. So at that time, I was asking all the people who were there. I was asking, who's this boy? Such a small boy, and how come he is in Ilayaraja sir's orchestra? Rahmanji's father was a very, very famous music director in Malayalam and all the other languages also, but he has done more in Malayalam. It is Mr. R.K. Shekhar's son.
Yeah.
And then only I came to know that he was called Dilip at that time. I have heard Raja sir calling him Dilip, keyboard kudu, let's play your keyboards.
Oh.
He has played for so many of my songs. All the recordings, all the Raja sir recordings he was playing. And I have seen him playing for Koti sir also, Telugu music director Koti sir also. Then after that, I was invited to record a song for Roja. And after reaching there only, I came to know, oh, this boy is doing music. And so I was so happy. And the recording style was different from what I was experiencing all those years. Until then, we all were having all the musicians together in a hall. We learned the song, sit together with the orchestra, and we do a rehearsal there. And then we'll go to our recording booths and we used to record. But for him, he had already he recorded a rhythm pattern, and he used to play with us, keyboard while we are singing. So we can't hear any other orchestra or any orchestration. We don't know what is going to happen. When I sing, he was with the keyboards on the recording table. He was playing along with us the chords and everything, and he gives us maximum freedom. And he'll choose whatever he wants. He'll keep all the takes, and then whatever he wants, he'll take, and you'll get to hear the whole song only after the song gets released.
Wow, that is so amazing. I think that's also where Rahman sir became very popular because he had changed this method of recording and using instruments in a different way. But I'm sure you had an amazing experience working with the maestro. Off the record, I'm very excited to know. When I was working in radio, we had heard that Rahman ji works in the night.
Yes, it is true. Basically, he always says during the day somebody will come to see him, and he'll get so many phone calls and everything. So he's more peaceful at night, no disturbance. He can concentrate more on his work. So basically, he works at night, and in the morning time, I think he sleeps. But for me, I have requested him that I'm not used to singing at night. My voice is not clear during night. I mean after 12. So I have requested him, and then he said he usually calls me around 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock, and I'll finish my work before 10 or 11, something like that. But he prefers to work at night.
तो चलो, आई एम राइट, एटलीस्ट ही प्रेफर्स टू वर्क इन द नाइट. मैम, आप तो लेजेंड हो. यू हैव संग from bhajans to romantic songs, but what fascinates me how do you prepare for a romantic song, especially something like Raat Ka Nasha, Tu Hi Re, Roja. It's like epitome of romance. How do you prepare for those songs?
When we go for a recording, we don't know what song we are going to record. No, we never get to hear the song before we go there. After we reach there only, we'll write down the song, and then he'll teach the song, and then if they have a track, they'll play the track. Then I'll write the notation, and I'll be ready. So all together, nowadays we'll get only 2 to 3 hours maximum. Some songs even we get a little more, maybe 1 hour. So there is no time for preparation and all. So we write the song only after reaching there. For while I was singing for Roja and all, I went there. He gave me the lyrics, and then he played the tune for me. Then started singing. That's all.
मतलब आप तो इतने कमाल हो. My respect for musicians have gone on to another level altogether. So I have a very interesting question for you. स्पीकिंग ऑफ डिफरेंट म्यूज़िक जॉनर्स, मैंने सुना है कि तमिल कल्चर में ऐसा होता है कि जब कोई मर जाता है तो उनकी डेड बॉडी के पास लोग इकट्ठा होते हैं, एंड दे सिंग, एंड दैट्स देयर वे ऑफ वेंटिंग आउट देयर इमोशनल जर्नी विद दैट पर्सन. आई थिंक दैट फॉर्म इज कॉल्ड उपारी. आपने कभी उस फॉर्म में गाना गाया है?
In Tamil, culture varies, no, for each and every language there's a culture. In Tamil, when somebody dies, the people, all the relatives or some people were close to them will sit near the body, and they'll sing. Sing means cry and sing, where they'll talk about all what he was, and how they miss him, etc. All those things will come in that song. That is called Oppari. Oppari is crying and singing near the dead body. That genre also I have never tried, and I have never heard also. But when I came to Raja sir, I tried that, and also he made me sing a song for some artist, comedy artist called Kovai Sarla. She's a very famous artist. She has delivered a dialogue in that song. So Raja sir wanted me to match my voice with that for her voice, because the song comes immediately in between her dialogues, and the song comes. So he wanted me to sing in that. She has a peculiar voice, and I tried that. So like this, so many things he has asked me to do.
मैम, आप तो मतलब लेजेंड हो. इट्स so difficult form of music, something like Upari, and then cut to when we hear you in Tu Hi Re and Roja and Raat Ka Nasha and Tum Bin Jiya Jaye Kaise. So on a lighter note, if I had to request one song, which is your favorite as well, for all the people who are falling in love, तो आप कौन सा गाना गाओगे?
ये हंसी वादियाँ ये खुला आसमां, आ गए हम कहाँ आए मेरे साजना, इन बहारों में दिल की कली खिल गई, मुझको तुम जो मिले हर खुशी मिल गई, मेरी जाने जा मैं तेरी चांदनी, छेड़ दो तुम आज कोई प्यार की रागिनी, ये हंसी वादियाँ ये खुला आसमां, आ गए हम कहाँ आए मेरे साजना.
सजना.
This is my favorite song, and when I was in my 20s and falling in love, I used to hear this song. So sorry, it's too much of nostalgia, and I just can't describe this moment. मुझे यकीन नहीं आ रहा कि I'm listening to this song. मतलब आप मेरे सामने गा रहे हो. This is a moment. I can't tell you how precious
Thank
it is.
you.
It's a moment.
Thank you, Mansi.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
We lost Lata Tai last year, and it like her voice is so magical. And I know that you had also penned down a letter to her after she passed away. I feel that music has this power to connect us in so many ways, right? As a tribute to her, do you want to share with us your precious moments with Lata Tai?
Definitely, because I grew up listening to Lataji from my childhood. You know, my family always used to listen to a lot of old Hindi songs, so I'm very much used to listening to Lataji's songs, and I love the devotion in her voice. I've tried so many of Lataji's songs even from my childhood days. I could meet Lataji only 3 times in person and 2 times over the phone. I can't forget the day she called me and she asked me to come for an award function in her name, which happened in Hyderabad. And I was going through a bad phase in my life. I didn't want to go out of my house and I refused to go for that function. Then Lataji called me personally and she asked me to come for that function. She said she also wants to see me. You should come. And I went because of Lataji. I went for that function, and unfortunately, she couldn't make it that day. She had some bad health or something. She couldn't come.
So amazing that you had this connection with her where she could pick up a phone and call you and tell you that, you know, I know you're going through something, but let's just look at the bigger picture and come out of your shell and come and see me. I think that gesture itself is so grand. I'm going to be little bit greedy over here, okay? Lag Ja Gale is my favorite song. आपने ये हंसी वादियाँ तो गाया ही है, but if you can sing please 2 lines of Lag Ja Gale, this is going to be my moment. And also recently only Lata ji का birthday भी गाया है, तो please as a tribute to her.
Oh, sure. Yeah, sure. I'll sing for you. Always. Lag ja. One second. लग जा गले के भी हंसी रात हो न हो, शायद फिर इस जन्म में मुलाकात हो न हो. लग जा गले के भी हंसी रात हो न हो, शायद फिर इस जन्म में मुलाकात हो न हो. लग जा गले से.
मैम थैंक यू, बहुत 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 शुक्रिया आपका. दिस इज़ अ मोमेंट आई विल चेरिश एंड आई विल रिमेंबर ऑल माई लाइफ. You're so amazing. And you know, I also want to tell you one thing, that your voice is like a flute. जैसे कि जब फ्लूट बजता है ना, तो वो धुन ऐसी कि सीधा दिल को छूती है. I don't know why, but I get tears in my eyes when you sing a song. There's so many memories, you know, so much of nostalgia. So I'm glad that we're doing this interview. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
music is also used as a therapy. Not a lot of people know, but there is something called music therapy, which helps kids with additional needs to stimulate their emotions better, to emote their emotions with communication and speech. And I know for the fact that you work into that industry for the awareness of music therapy and kids with additional needs. So I want to know your take on the music therapy.
Actually, my friend Sudha Ganesh, she's doing a research on this subject, and she's dealing with some special schools also. And she always used to tell me those children, they are so fond of rhythm, and when you play some music, everything you can make them do playing music. Especially with rhythm, they enjoy a lot, and fast rhythm can make them more and more active, overactive. So usually they'll play only mild rhythm music for them, and that really helps them for the communication skills, speech. Most of the children know they'll sing, but they can't talk.
I know, I completely agree with you. And here in Australia, I also work very closely with kids with additional needs. I want to take a moment and tell every mother, if you're going through this journey, I know doctors will suggest you speech therapy, occupational therapy, behavior therapy, but one therapy to consider is also music therapy. If you are here in Australia, you would already know about NDIS, which is National Disability Insurance Scheme, and you can inbox me or you can leave your comments in the comments section if you need any more guidance and help with it. I can help you out further. But music therapy is also one avenue that you should look at for betterment of your child, and especially when it comes to stimulation, behavior and communication. And that's why I wanted to know from you, ma'am, that yes, it's a proven therapy and it works.
Music has that power, the power to keep them calm. And music provides distraction
Yes.
from physical discomfort, anxiety, emotional disorders. So I think it enhances our mood and attitude. So I really believe music has that power. And I have my mother had a massive heart attack, and she was hospitalized, and she was feeling so bored, and she wanted to come out as early as possible. So I requested the doctor, she's a very
Right.
good music lover, can I give her a Walkman, and so she'll be more comfortable. Then doctor said, oh, okay, if you want you can give her. So I gave her a Walkman with headphones, and she was throughout listening to a devotional album sung by Jeshdas ji. And the doctor said at least
Wow.
2 weeks she has to be in the hospital, but she came out in 4 or 5 days.
Oh my God.
Which, that really happened in my life. So I still believe, and in my case also, I went into depression. I didn't want to sing, or I didn't want to come out. Then so many of my well-wishers came and they advised me, and they wanted me to come back again. So many people prayed for me. They all offered so many things for different temples, and so I still believe I'm still sitting in front of you only because of music, because the only interest I have is music, and that is so relaxing, and that has helped me come out.
No, that is such a positive example that you have shared. That's why you are a legend, and you have always given us super duper hit songs.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for giving us your precious time and doing the interview for the Mansi show.
All my best wishes to you, Manasi. For you, you're also wonderful. I feel I was very comfortable talking to you.
That's a very big compliment. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.